So you would think, right, that the leading story today, right? And again, now this is where we start some great conversation, right? Big up to everybody locked in once again. By the way, let me give out these numbers. The number if you're in the UK is 020806800507. 020806800507. 020806800507. For those of you who are in the US, your number is 718-554-8598. 718-554-8598. And for those of you in Canada, your number is 647-484-7826. 647-484-7826. So on a perfect day, on a regular day in Jamaican media, right, the headline story would have been about a Don whose head was severed, sorry.
Yes, chopped off.
And chopped off, whose head was chopped off and delivered to Sherlock in Duane Park.
Yes.
Right? This would definitely have been
led
on a regular day, right?
This
would have been the major story in Jamaica because we're not a society that delivers heads
on a regular basis.
On a regular basis, yes, right?
It happens, but not regularly anymore.
So this particular situation was a big one, right? It was definitely a scare for those who lived in Duane Park, right? But it was shadowed. And maybe the media may get to it next week. I don't know. But the major story tonight or today, as of maybe about 9 o'clock in the morning, is the fact that the pastor of the cult church in Mobay that pretty much took over the whole news last week is now dead.
Yep.
(718-554-8598), and it is the biggest news coming out of Jamaica. And I wanted to mention the whole, the head being delivered to Duane Park, just to allow you guys to understand the magnitude of this pastor story. That this becomes, a far distant second to where everybody's focus is in Jamaica right now, right? Now, there's been a whole lot of speculations, whole lot of controversial conversations going on, but the facts are the facts, right? The story concerning Kevin Smith, accused leader of the Mobay cult, gets more and more bizarre every time we speak about it, right? Now this morning the reports are that his vehicle that he was being transported in crashed and he was killed, right? Media houses scrambled for information which soon hit social media, including word that he died when the car that was transporting him to court met in a severe accident. Viral videos shown as firefighters struggling to cut him out of the car. And when he was finally freed, his motionless body, right, was put on a stretcher with his head just kind of flopping in the wind. No one even attempted to secure his neck. But according to eyewitness who was first on the scene, right, the eyewitness is saying that they tried to take his pulse and there was absolutely no pulse, right? The eyewitness, an ordinary man who got to the scene first, is being described as a businessman, right? And also described a strange, pay attention to this, a strange occurrence as he encountered with the man's lifeless body. 718-554-8598 is that number in studio. 718-554-8598.
Steve Walker from Bagwalk Sampling. I'm distributor of IGR.
Okay. Mr. Walker, you were riding your bike along the bypass and you met up on an accident.
Yeah.
Tell us what happened from there.
I met up, I was passing, I saw a lot of crowd. I was taking picture. So no man. When I stopped my bike, the police was in pain. And I sent for a car bar and start brace off the door. Brace off the door. And then that door couldn't brace off on the ground on the other side, but on the driver's side. Pull it. And two other way. But me one and the umbrella come out, but we don't spot him there. And assist the police, take him out. Take out two of them, fireman, first man, then come on, second, they must switch on carry them to the Spanish Town hospital, and then when the assist come on the back, you know what. Finally, so they want back in dead, man, the pastor man. Because we go there and feel them pulse. You know, feel no movement, and the pastor was bleeding through the nose. No, the policeman was bleeding through the nose and the mouth. And then they go for gloves and put on. But the police never search the one back. When we take them out now and put him on ground, we start searching, take off him clip in extend magazine, handcuff, and we have him gun and take out his gun and it's riding the police.
What was the condition of the pastor at the time? At the time, did you realize that it was Pastor Smith?
Him can't hide. But when I touch him, I feel like one heavy burden. One heavy, like something that's raised. You know what I mean? Come over, it's like there's a spirit. There's a spirit.
What did you do? What did you do then?
When you realized it was him, what were some of the thoughts that went through your mind?
Went through my mind? No, I'm saying, Father God, the spirit, this Father God shield me. Father God shield me from this. Because I know he's a very powerful Father, but you, Pastor, but you more powerful than him. I'm just feeling poison is good to the assist the police. From you see the accident, you don't see the policeman there.
What kind of injuries did the pastor have? Did you
Visible injuries you saw?
I feel like it's an internal bleeding. I know there's no blood on the pastor.
Was he conscious?
The neck and broke. I see him neck rest on the policeman's shoulder.
Okay.
That time the policeman was dead. Because the policeman, when the vehicle get licked, you see the policeman dead at the side. Because blood was coming to nose and mouth.
You say you went to the hospital with them.
Yeah.
What transpired at the hospital when you guys went to the hospital?
Yeah, the police unit.
What happened when you got there? What was it?
Alright, one of the policeman was speaking still. But he may feel some pain and back. That time the policeman, you see the policeman when in the passenger side, him already have a scarf going in the neck. Because he have a injury up in the head. Yeah, and he was bleeding from the nose. And his foot broke. And the one who take out here.
So that's the testimony from the first person on scene, right? Now, there's a part of his testimony that everybody seems to be talking about. It's just being uttered over and over and over throughout the day. And it's the part when he says that when he went to feel the man's pulse, he felt some type of, I don't even remember what he said, but like a spirit.
Like a burden lift up off him,
like something,
like it was a spirit leaving.
Something that was, trying to overcome or whatever it was. And then he said that, he prayed to his God, to kind of just protect him through the whole situation and made it through, right? Not in those exact words, but that is what he's saying, right? And this is something that has been uttered. A lot of people have been speaking about this because one of the things that I think a lot of people are leading into is that this individual was a supernatural being. You know what I mean? And I'm going to give you guys more conversation about it. And, we're going to have, more discussions moving forward this week, right? 718-554-8598. Now, my first question, right, before we even go any further, do you believe the man? Do you believe that there was a presence of some force leaving the man's body?
No.
You don't believe him, Drew?
I don't believe him. I think he got caught up in the magnitude of the situation, who the individual was, and the mind played tricks on him. Like, I know the better story to believe is this spirit leaving this evil man and Rere, you know what I mean? I'm saying the good, but to me, I think the youth the situation overcame him, I should say, and put that thing in his head. And knowing how Jamaica's looking for a story, this makes the perfect story to tell. Because now you have the story of the evil pastor from last week, who was a good pastor, who devil take him and then devil left him body when him dead in the car. You know what I'm saying?
I advise, as somebody who, grew up in the church, do you believe that, do you believe this man's encounter, this strange occurrence that took place when he was trying to come to the rescue of the pastor?
Boy, personally, I never see or hear nothing like that before, so I can't really say that sound familiar to me, so I'm not going to say.
You're not going to believe him?
Nah.
All right, Caller Alive, do you believe, this is where I want to start the conversation, do you believe this the first person on the scene who says that in trying to save the man, taking his pulse, he felt some type of, I don't even know what to call it, so I'm going to call it spirit.
Like the present, like the burden just lift up, so like I'm presence leave up.
Caller Alive.
Hi, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
So, the Jamaica is just never short a drama. It's like a movie. Every day in Jamaica is like a movie. I kid you the hell not. Like a shit show that just never ends. And this week, this guy carried the news with the movie. I guess he gets his episode this week. Next week it will be another episode, right? But I believe the guy, this Kevin guy, a demon, or was involved in demonic activities. A lot of people, my family and I have a group chat, and now we're even wondering if all of those kids that used to go missing, because there's a lot of things going on in Jamaica, and I don't think a lot of people have the discussion about it. But I honestly feel like the people in Jamaica, because of desperation, I don't know what triggers them, but I feel like there's a lot of demonic activity taking place in Jamaica. Sacrifice, missing kids, and all these type of stuff. Because, even before COVID came, a lot of kids were going missing, Chin. A lot of kids were going missing. The whole demon, the whole body, what do you call it? Organ harvesting. A lot of stuff has just been going on in Jamaica.
This could definitely explain it. I mean, maybe him not take all of them, but maybe there are others like him and other organizations, secret organizations like his.
I honestly support that. I believe he's not the only one down there doing it. I feel like there are others down there. And even when you go on social media and you look at the types of killing that has been going on in Jamaica since the other day, a lot of weird out of the normal
Caller, I think you and I can agree with this, though.
It's not a joke. It's like a demonic spell is on the country. And I also know questioning, was his death 1, suicide, 2, was it the same demons that were on him took him, because of course he's no longer any use to them, or 3, they said he was mixed up with a lot of high profile people, politicians and this, that. I wonder they stayed, they contributed.
You rush the conversation, though. One, take it stages. One thing that I will say, though.
You remember the guy was them saying they mix up with the young girl, and I see where them said them find him hang out prison. But of course, only for name did have a drop, so they had to take him out. Now the big question is, how did he die? Suicide? They planned this.
You rush the show. You're rushing the conversation. I want to take it step by step. So let me ask you before you go. Do you believe that this man, in being the first on the scene and trying to take this person's pulse, do you believe that he felt some spirit or something leaving the body of this man?
Absolutely.
So you absolutely believe it?
Absolutely.
That's all I want from you. I don't want nothing more. Absolutely, you believe it?
Absolutely, because I called in to say that I think this guy is a demonic agent.
All right, 718-554-8598. Call you live.
Can I believe the man?
You believe, say, he felt some type of force or spirit leaving the man's body when he was trying to rescue the man?
Yeah, because to that go on, man, I kill him because he did not talk. From that video come out the other night when he did on the show, I think the people them get scared.
All right.
And they just sacrifice more.
718-554-8598 is that number in studio. I want to hear from those of you locked in. This is the biggest story. Some of you have been talking about it and trying to piece it together all day long. Because nobody thought that we were going to wake up to hear the pastor dead.
Not this quick.
We all was, all, listen, before this morning, we all was saying, let me see how them get out of this now. Let me see how pastor just disappear. You know what I mean? But we didn't think he was going to get killed. We figured that they would have said he was going to go to jail, and then all of a sudden the whole situation just fades to dark. We didn't think he was going to die.
Nah, Chin. Me know it's a film headed off a flight.
I didn't think he was going to die this morning.
I didn't think he was going to die
this morning, but we know him not for dead. It's somewhere in our line. He not for dead.
Call it alive.
Hey, gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening, brother.
Brown Crusher here. Look, not even Steven Spielberg or Stephen King could make this up. This this whole thing, this whole episode, this whole odyssey, this whole stuff in 9 days. Not even them guys could script this. He just couldn't make this up. He just couldn't.
So,
but that's the question. Sorry, go ahead.
Bonkosha, you believe that there was a force leaving his body at the time?
You know, I'm in no position to say that. The spiritual world is a mysterious world. And, you know, I think I heard a Jew say that he may have gotten caught up in the rush at the moment and adrenaline and so forth, and based on, and if he knew that he's a pastor, and because of what he think the pastor is a devil possessed, somehow you kind of go down a rabbit hole.
Right.
You just kind of believe what you believe at the time, right? Remember, listening to his report, he did realize that it was the pastor. He didn't know it was the pastor.
Can't hide.
Right? The pastor can't hide. Let me grab another call, 718-554-8598. Call you live. Do you believe that a force came out of the pastor's body when being rescued or trying to be rescued?
I believe when a man go there and feel impulse, the man is kind of hungry and he may feel body. So sometimes when people pass away, you know, them bodies, the fluid start move around and something. He feel some bodily fluid or something, but them demons, nonsense. I don't believe that the same way how I believe the Master Griffith. She said when Celeste come to Jamaica hold up on, she said nail print in them hand. Yes. Nonsense.
I remember that.
So you're saying that these people are seeing what they want to see?
The mind play tricks by your train.
All right, mind playing tricks. 718-554-8598 is that number in studio. Now, reports are, right, that while they were traveling to wherever it is that they were going, there was a marked car and an unmarked car, correct? You guys saw that video, right? And the marked car created a third lane, meaning that he was trying to overtake upon the road. And then the unmarked car, in which there was 4 members in, correct? I think it was 4. 3 police and one, and then the pastor, right? Decided that they were also going to follow the marked car
in the
overtaking, speeding and overtaking, regular driving that we normally do in yard. And somehow or another, the car lost control and got into a real serious accident. Call you live.
Hi, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
There are more answers.
I can hardly hear you. Do you feel that something left the man's body upon being rescued?
Could you kindly repeat?
Do you feel that something left the man's body while the first person there was attempting to rescue him?
I really don't know, because I don't know what to say about this man. All I know, they say he's dead, and the best news ever. I'm so sorry to hear about the killing of the policeman and the other 2 that are there. There are more questions. And I don't know what kind of man that man was. I don't know. It's too much. It's too much, but I think the drama will eventually die out. They charge his bodyguard. Let's see where that one goes. Because this man, I don't know if his head was good. He says so many things. I don't know. I don't know if the man was fit for trial. I don't know if he was playing a 6 for 9.
I don't understand why you guys feel like this man is crazy. The man was collecting money.
$1 million
he
a
was
week.
earning. This man had 3 properties. A madman can't do that.
True.
This
You're
man
right.
had properties and valuables.
Jesus
This
Christ.
man was being escorted from the airport to his mansion by police. Not in no
The
regular,
man-
not
the-
in no regular
the-
situation neither. You that think same
man-
with the prime minister.
He was bigger. He was bigger because I've never seen any prime ministers, never, since I've been around.
So with you
That ever-
admitting that, why would you even think that this man was mad? This man is not a madman. This man is a very perfectly
Very
normal
sane.
man.
Smart man too.
Call it live.
Ken,
Yes, brother.
what you know? So me have to call you, because yo, I advise, I advise.
Yo.
Yo, Joe, let me tell you something. One word me have to say for that. PSYOP. That's it.
Science?
PSYOP.
Sayap.
PSYOP. PYSOP. That's what that is. Who don't know what it mean, go look it up. PSYOP.
All right.
Don't talk.
All right, Shot Mike. 718-554-8598 is that number in studio. Now, there's so many questions being asked, and I'm going to give you a list of things because I've compiled a list of things that people are asking, right? One, why didn't they, meaning the police, transport him in a better secured vehicle other than that car, right? 2, was he wearing a seatbelt? 3, why didn't they drive on the highway, which is a shorter journey and has better roads and less traffic? 4, also, if he had court on Monday morning, why didn't they transfer him the night before, which would be Sunday, because Sunday is a no movement day and there's nothing on the road? (718-554-8598). So there's a lot of these questions are questions that are thought-provoking questions here.
Of course.
Right? Why not move him on a Sunday or even early Monday morning?
Well, this was early Monday morning.
No, I'm still like 4 o'clock in the morning.
early.
You know,
yeah,
early
talk about
Monday
dog
morning.
food.
Yeah.
Come on, I for sleep.
I'm gonna, you know what it is, and it's gonna sound like I want to expound and make it sound all whatever, but it is what it is. He was marked for death. This was the way it had to go down. There wasn't gonna be no midnight movement, no highway movement. Whoever, and I sound crazy.
So you believe he was killed?
Yo, I believe he was killed. I believe, the movements, everything happened for a reason. And nobody, even though me I said this right, that's all. I feel that that man the neck would have brought before him going to that car there, boy. Straight up. Straight.
So you believe it's that much of a conspiracy?
Yo, I usually don't go this route. But
you're here.
But from the whole thing start,
It's great conversation,
and
though.
you started looking at how you kept hearing about all of the accusations that were made in the past that went nowhere within the police departments and whatever the case may be. Him lock up tourists and get to it. There was so many things that shows you that he had bigger connections than anybody thought he had.
And this is why I want people to stop saying that this man was crazy.
Right.
He ain't crazy.
He wasn't crazy.
Right.
He's connected is
Right?
what he is.
He's connected. When I saw that motorcade, because remember on his Facebook page when he describes himself also as well-traveled.
Well-traveled,
right?
yeah, man.
And the man is well-traveled, and when he comes home, reports were, and videos show, him getting a police motorcade from the airport to his mansion. They also spoke of every time he goes away and come back, his congregation keeps big parties for him, right? So this is, stop calling the man mad. Like
mad.
put it out of your mind. This
nothing
man
about
is
him mad.
this man is calculated.
He ain't mad, but what ended his life this morning is very calculated and crude in its execution. But he was going to be executed. And let's not act like we've never seen people in Jamaica that have important people name and information just evaporate.
disappear.
Okay, call you live.
Yeah, Irish.
Yes.
Yesterday, the little man will say, Marcia Griffith to the marking and Selassie and Anna Marcia, Rita Marley.
Yeah, Rita Marley told that line, yo.
Yeah.
All right, my brother.
Yeah, bless up.
718-554-8598 is that number in studio. Here's some facts, reports that was giving that you guys should also know about when you trying to kind of think about what happened, right? He was originally in another vehicle, right, which developed mechanical difficulties along the way. So these are some of the things that you guys don't know. So that's our job here to kind of piece everything together, right? So reports are that he was originally in another vehicle, not the one that he died in, but another vehicle, right? And that vehicle had difficulties along the way. So he was
then put him in that one,
transported into the one that he died in, right? As bad luck would have it, it is this other vehicle that somehow got out of control due to the bad road that they were driving on, right? Bad driving, and also developed some issues and crashed into two other vehicles. So he got out of a vehicle that had mechanical problems.
And get into a car.
And then he was put into another car that was supposed to be a better car. That car then went out of control due to bad driving, bad road conditions, and then slammed into two other cars, right? Now, here's another thing that I want you guys to put up on your pegboard when you're trying to solve this situation or put all of the theories together and the clues together, right? It should be noted that a few days after his arrest, a member of his congregation warned officers of the JCF, right, that they better be careful.
That sounds like a threat to me.
Right? So this is all documented and reported, right? It should be noted that days after his arrest, members of the congregation warned officers of the JCF involved, the ones that were involved, right, that they need to be careful. Basically threatening because Your Highness or whatever they call him, Your Excellence was being detained, right? Now here's some interesting things, right? Kevin Smith, aka the pastor, right, had often used the numbers 999, which he told his members to write when making posts to him on Facebook, right? Now, connect the dots. And again, I'm just giving you guys the facts. Connect the dots. He died the 9th day after his request.
After his arrest.
After his arrest, I'm sorry, right? The incident took place after 9 this morning.
Come on, bro.
After 9.
I'm just telling you what's
man.
Reaching, man.
And guess how many officers were escorting him?
Can I guess, Chin?
9.
9? Yeah, them man ya want to make something out of something after 9. The thing would have to happen 9 o'clock pandy that.
So these are some of the connections that people are putting together.
Right? It, man.
He died 9 days after his arrest, right? The incident took place after 9 this morning in the AM, right? And 9 officers were
what? You hear what I'm saying right now?
Accompanying him.
Yo, you see what I'm gonna do right now? They need to be careful because then they're gonna end up making this guy a martyr and make him bigger than he was in life because now you're making him some kind of figure.
Supernatural.
Yes. 9 and the 9 and the 9. Yo, watch it. They better mind what them I do. Call this guy what he is. A con man and a criminal with criminal connections or political connections who died.
Call him alive.
They might build him up to be something he's not.
Exactly.
Yeah, bless up everybody over this, yeah?
Yes, I.
Yeah, man, sir. I feel like, sir, this brother, yeah, just him find him see a way out, and them, I think them have him in the back of the car unsecured. Then I think him did have a handcuff on him, see?
Mm-hmm.
And when I reach a certain point, him just know, say, yo, watch it. A strangely driver, you know. Yeah, I understand. I feel like I that going, you know them game privileges. I don't think he was even handcuffed.
So you think they started to fight in the car?
No, them not start fighting. They strangle the driver.
But it was more than one police in the car.
Yeah, but the driver in control of the vehicle. If the vehicle crash, everybody out of control.
Everybody in a problem.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that
Everybody in a problem.
what I'm saying is that if he's driving the vehicle, right?
Yeah.
If they're driving the vehicle and he tries to strangle the driver, then the other police in the car must have to try to fight with him till, you understand? They're not going to sit there and let him skirt. So basically there was some type of confusion in the car is what you're saying.
But Chin, if to what the caller's saying, if him get to the driver, even with them fighting him off, the car will go out of control. You don't need too much time for the car to go out of control. You know what I mean?
You just need one shot.
Okay.
You just need one opportunity. I feel like a recklessness, a negligence from the police department part, I think.
Yeah, because you know them never detain him like that.
Them should have in an official police vehicle. It look like them just go out there and say, who I drive? I will jump in your car.
Right.
You know what I say? Your car, but let's get so you drive your car. You see me? Like one of them things. Them should have been in an official police vehicle, a shackle and handcuffed like a criminal.
Like a criminal, yes.
And transported.
Oh, and let me add to the conversation because I know Gangsta Pastor's going to have a field day with this. It's also been 9 years since he's registered his church in Jamaica.
Well, that's 4-9, so you say that's too much.
Right. It's also been 9 years since he registered his church in Jamaica.
What he said a while ago also makes sense, what China said and what Bridget said a while ago. There is still no protocol conducted with this individual that should be commonplace. So that still show you that even in the midst of the police, this man, we see the video the other day, them attack to him, no handcuffs.
Yeah,
nothing.
we saw it.
He's the brother said when him going to the car to take him out, him never had no handcuffs.
He did not have on handcuffs.
So why are these protocols still not being followed? Because even after this accident, somebody up at police headquarters supposed to say, no, who was the sergeant in charge of this entire operation?
Call you live.
Joke this, man.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, man. All of these conspiracy theories. Correct me if I'm wrong. Accidents happen in Jamaica every day. Right or wrong?
Yeah.
Every single day, car accidents happen. That's why we call it an accident. The man is not supernatural. Man is nothing but, as them say, a con man, a thief, and you know what I'm saying? Whatever else you want to call it.
Okay.
Stop watching so much TV.
But let me ask you a question. All right, but let me interject.
Driver.
Let me interject, though. You don't think it's somewhat a coincidence that a high-profile individual like that happens to die less than a week after being arrested?
Not more than a week, 9 days.
9 days, sorry. and it's just an accident?
Make sure you get it right.
Nine, sorry.
Call you live.
Yo, Chin.
Yes.
When I say everything is calculated, the man say when you talk to him for social media, if he post 999, and now everything leading up to him dead, everything is 999. So he cancel himself. Simple much. Save the system money. You understand me? Sorry to the officer with life in life, but he just save the system some money, so he cancel himself. Everything will.
There are a lot of people, really speculating about the many coincidences that they are seeing in this whole situation. Call you live.
Yo, sir. I just join the reasoning. I'm want to get something straight. That mentally sick person where did have the cult? You not saying that?
Yes.
Not saying that, right?
Yes.
Well, me personally glad saying that. Why? Because this is Christianity. Okay, you have an individual for your panel I come do we talk about Christianity. Yo, this is Christianity, yo. This is where Christianity came from Rome. Everything what you seen that I do, this is Christianity.
It's not.
This one bag of Christianity about it. We have a process whereby if you follow a certain type of reasoning and a certain type of dialogue and a certain type of walk, you can go to heaven. Go out and look at my study the attack. There is no heaven and there is no hell. The biggest hook the white man give you and a Christian hook you about heaven. Anyway,
so Arrogant, you didn't know he died?
What that?
This is the first that you're hearing that he died?
Yeah, this time first me I hear.
So how you know there's no heaven or hell and you never even know so the man dead and this all over the place?
Clown, are you listening to me?
You can't talk anything, brother. You just love running off your mouth, man.
Before I profess my reasoning, I make sure I ask the owner of the show if that happened or not.
Yeah,
go
ahead, Aragon. Go ahead.
Yeah, look at this convoluted talk that has been flocking up our people for the past 400-500 years. Go on with that. There's nothing in Christianity. This is what I say. You throw the murder in there. The woman 1, 2, 3. The Romans have been doing that since they come with a concept.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that he was killed?
This you don't know if them kill or not. You don't know if them kill him or not.
Because you don't know the facts surrounding the situation yet.
Jamaica. Bingaman. The whole of we are big people, you know. When other people are well reasoning with you, you give them ample time for them to express themselves. When this great youth named Arrogant attack, you jump on him short.
Arrogant are reasoning with you, brother.
Alright, hear me now. I reason
with you, know.
Alright, thank you. Hear me now. I don't give a fuck how him dead. Me just know, sir, the piece of grime have to come off of Mama Earth. Mama Earth, no blow them something. Sorry. And people who are listening to me, this guy did not have no spiritual power. You know what I'm doing? You know what this the major do? When the people come to him with them sickness, like all a woman that would have a blood problem, him run go in a maroon town and ask the real spiritualists them who know how to handle herbs and ask them people there which herbs can cure this, and then him come back to the people them
and sell it to the people them.
And I come go on like I am do it.
All right, 100%. 718-554-8598. Call you live. Wanna just wake up now? I have a whole heap of facts for now.
Pleasant greetings, brother.
Greetings, my brother.
Same thing. So it's a sharp mic a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Look into it. Same thing we say.
All right, 718-554-8598. Call you live.
Now back to our regular scheduled program. Listen. I just want to say this, man. We say connections, right? And it's more than the pastor. That's all I want to say. It's more than the pastor. All of the congregation. And who is the congregation? That's what we want to find out. Because the pastor done dead. Him can't come up for no charges. So that congregation for what? Is a burner who, you know, we want to know who's in the congregation. Arrogant, who in the congregation?
All right, 718-554-8598 is that number in studio. There's a lot of factors here that I think that if you guys just kind of serious up and think, right? Whether you believe in the power of this man or you don't believe in the power of this man, the reality is that there is a situation and we don't know what we're going to wake up to tomorrow. Because he did have a congregation of 140.
More than that.
Well, he invited 140 or 144 people to
144 people to go to the ark.
Right.
Ark,
he has an 800
congregation. He has followers. There's been people who are making threats of, you know, again, watch out. This
Be careful.
I want to give you guys some more facts, and I guess this is going to be a whole week conversation because we can't have everything in one show. Call it live.
Yes, blessing. So I don't know if me can come, but a Sunday night them arrest the brother, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what night they arrested him, but what you're saying is not 9?
No. Sunday to Monday, I can't 9.
Mm-hmm.
Check it for yourself.
I don't know what day they arrested him, though. What
Sunday.
day did they arrest him?
Sunday, everything going, man.
It happened on Sunday?
Sunday night.
No, Sunday, everything
going, last week.
So what you said, right away the 9 is a fraud?
A fraud thing, man. That's why me laugh.
Yes,
all right.
Man.
718-554-8598. Call you live.
Yeah, Chin, did you hear them say he never have a handcuff? He did have a handcuff on the fireman and cut it off fine.
and give it back.
Now
to the
that
police.
is being
But
controversial because it's been reported by the media houses in Jamaica that he didn't have on handcuffs. So I
but
don't know.
The thing is when we see with it, him did sit down behind the driver, so that's probably right. He hold on to the driver, and the name where they call him is about your what the name
Your
where they call him?
excellence. Your excellence.
That come from Africa, you know. You have a group of Africans where I saw them deal with the thing and sit down in a chair like king and all them things.
All right.
That's like some African thing, you know.
There's also reports that when he was headed into the car, someone heard him speaking in cryptic language. I'm just giving you guys.
Oh, that's what they say.
I'm giving you guys
But who would have heard that?
It's been reported that someone has heard him speaking in cryptic language, kind of like, I guess, church people would say speaking in tongues, but in some type of cryptic language.
Jamaican been doing that for years at name Gypsy.
Call you live.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yes, my brother.
You know, really, I can't talk you like some kind of secret. I want to check him properly, Yeah, sure, I don't like it. Decent people out here, just check him here, sir. Tired of it. Bless you.
Give thanks.
Bless up.
718-554-8598 is that number. Call you live.
I advise Joe.
Blessed love, yes, sir.
Well, all of this sci-fi thing and it really surprised me, Remember Police Clooney? Our Clooney did that in the hospital bed.
Police Clooney
went up on the raid. Big superintendent.
I don't remember
the story.
Surprised me. Yeah, Clooney did running gunman and get shot up on him the hospital. All of a sudden years him dead after them same stable. Because him have information for them team have all that did for answer to, Alright, check that out. Police Clooney, superintendent.
All right. There are reports that he was uttering some cryptic statements just before entering the unmarked police car, which was to transport him to Kingston. Many have already interpreted his works to be that of the effect of, I guess, supernatural.
What I would like to know about these reports, who made these reports? Because is it somebody in the police station, somebody passing by when this thing? That is important. Because me want to know who hear him attack them thing there while him a go to the car. If this is an early morning operation, and a dog afraid early, but a morning operation.
Bro, these people are putting their own legs to the story and they're creating a martyr.
From Monday to Monday at 9,
Call you live.
Yeah. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
did you know, well, it is said that his attorney said she did not know they moved him. And did you know that they moved him without an affidavit of support? And did you know that when a crime is committed in a specific parish, that they're supposed to be tried in that same parish?
Mm-hmm.
Drew, I believe, I didn't expect it to happen so quickly, but I believe that they would out his light, just like they did, what's his face name, Jim Brown?
Mr. Brown.
Yeah, and the rest of them, I just believe that they would out his light because, listen, if this man talk all that he knows, I think Jamaica would have sink.
Yep. I think the politicians and some of the politicians.
Politicians and people with money.
Yes, the politicians, the police. It would be incredulous to know what is going on down there.
Well, here is an official report on why the DPP said that they needed to move him. So take a listen to this.
On a day that saw more twists in the bizarre cult story out of Montego Bay, a police constable and the cult leader Kevin Smith are dead, and Smith perished while on his way to Kingston to face 5 serious charges, including 2 counts of murder. Ricardo Brooks reports.
The Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, says her office had provided a senior prosecutor to work alongside investigators in bringing the charges against the cult leader. He was facing multiple charges in an indictment.
Having consulted with the police, we have not yet received a physical file, but nonetheless, I'm still in a position at this time to be able to indicate that had, Dr. Kevin Smith been the subject of the voluntary bill of indictment, he would have been charged 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of wounding with intent, and 1 count of illegal possession of firearms.
She says the indictment also contains murder charges against Smith's co-accused Andre Ruddock. The DPP says she expects Ruddock to be charged with the murder of Tanika Gardner today. Miss Gardner's throat was slashed during what's being described as a ritual sacrifice at the Pathways Church last Sunday. Miss Llewellyn sought to explain why the matter was not heard before the courts in St. James. The DPP told our news center that the St. James Circuit Court is not currently in session. She says the St. James Parish Court was not a suitable venue for the matter to be heard.
There would have been security issues, the small courthouse, and where it is sitting would have been very vulnerable to being surrounded, perhaps by well-wishers for the accused, as well as perhaps persons who may not necessarily have wished him well. Either way, it would have been an event that would have caused a lot of headache.
These factors influenced the decision to move the case to Kingston. The decision was also made to transfer the matter to Kingston owing to concerns of witness interference in St. James.
The subject matter of the investigations, Dr. Kevin Smith, was a man who, or an accused person who wielded in respect of the members of his congregation and perhaps by extension members of their family, would have been a concern in respect of the witnesses who would be persons known to the accused and to other members of the congregation, that the environment in terms of the displays on social media, the reportage in the media generally, mainstream media, would have contributed a lot to shocking the public conscience, certainly within the narrow community of St. James.
The DPP says her office will proceed in the matter against Ruddock.
Call you live.
Hold on. For the people them we are listening to show you tonight, Monday night, right? We want the people them know, sir. This show is at this point, 2021 October, because of the type of reasoning where a strong African youth and name Arrogant bring to the platform. Now you have a little James a while ago who I call, and the reason why I call is because he is a Bible rector. And me I refer to. He is a Bible rector, and him think I am disrespecting the owner of the show named Chin. I am not disrespecting the show because the same fervor, the same passion, the same arrogance with the pan show ya. I ain't make the show reach Saturday night. No, you idiot will just call, learn this. You are a disgrace to the Rasta movement. Why? You have not
Hold on, Arrogant. Hold on, Arrogant. Let me hear your reason real quick, right?
All right, sir.
As I appreciate your input and your radicalness, always welcome on the platform. The only thing that I would beg you, my brother, may I beg you, is just not to insult anybody, even if you don't agree with them. Just hold on now. Even though you don't agree with them, my brother, you're always free for call. Me make you talk, say what you need for say, because sometimes you really hit some really great points. I'ma respect that. But me just ask you not to insult anybody. Fair enough, brother?
All right, hold on. Never done with this now. You Bible Rasta like your clown was just called a while ago.
But Arrogant, me just ask you for do me a favor, man. 718-554-8598.
You know what I'm also looking at? And like I said, people got to be careful how they tell the story. Because they keep calling this guy a pastor, and I want to know what theological school he graduated from. You know what I mean? I said, like,
I think he's a bishop, actually.
Like, we can't just have people.
The bishop.
Like, we can't just have people get up and give themselves titles. And people go to school to earn these references and titles and
degrees.
This guy just get up and he's
But
the excellency.
Let's also acknowledge that people go to school and they start their church and still can't get 900 members, 800 members.
True.
So this brethren, I don't know.
No, but see, when you put a title on people, it gives them credibility. So I think what the Jamaican media needs to do, and even we need to break him down and call him what he is. He's a con man.
Right.
And and stop putting lofty titles on people. His excellence, he's the greatness, he's the this, he's the that. He was a common criminal disguised himself in the church.
Well, I played.
And that's what he is.
I played an audio on, was it Saturday show? I believe it was, where we were recapping the fact that he locked those eight people into the Airbnb, and the policeman was referring to him as Your Excellency. You know what I mean? So and this is why I say, right, call this man everything that you want to call him, but don't call him stupid. Right?
And don't call him crazy.
Right. Yes. Don't call him stupid. Don't call him crazy, because this man has, I'm not saying that there is not many other cults in Jamaica, but this man was running the cult of cults. And the reason why I say that is because he has gotten respect from so many other persons, right? This man was actually rolling around Jamaica like a top rich businessman. So, I guess the other cultists and the cult leaders are hiding in the bushes.
Yeah.
This man is out front in where everybody can see him, hiding in plain sight, right? He's affiliated with top people that we know in our everyday society. Some of them are lawmakers, some of them are law enforcers, some of them are just important businessmen. This brethren has somehow wrapped himself in with everyone.
Because we got to use our heads. A church is a cash cow. And if you want wash money, you bring it in there. So no feel say, he's not connected in a way where people are doing illegal activities. I say, all right, we'll bring through X and X and X through, yes, sir. And nobody in Jamaica questions the church.
And not only that, but we know, say, because of his little preferences with the little boy them and them thing they talk, that he's mixed up with other people in powerful positions who's into that same thing. And them people know, say, him have them secret. So they're going to give him all the whatever he wants, Because you don't want to get this brother vexed, because I know all your business.
He knows all your business. And check this out, right? The JDF has called in a captain for questioning, right? Because a photo of the captain and the captain's wife was found on the pastor's pulpit, right? It is alleged that the captain suddenly quit the army. So again, there's another connection, right? So a captain in the army, right? A picture of him and his wife was found on the pulpit of this pastor. So he's being called in now for questioning, like, how were you connected to this man? What were you doing for this man? It is even possible that he was probably a member of the man's church. You don't know. We already found out that a number of officers in Jamaica were members of the church. We also found out that him right hand Shatta Uman was a police officer. Woman, So again, nobody can tell me that this guy is stupid. He's everything but stupid. He's everything but crazy. Call you alive.
Yeah, greetings, Joe. I advise.
Bless up.
Bless up. Yeah, hey, he's not stupid, but the people who follow him, the whole of them are born idiot.
Sin.
And when the police them go down the last week Sunday, them just, I say, everybody should get slapped with, because me can't believe saying that 2021 people some fool. I mean, like, the man is around someone and I take liquor boy and doing thing with them. People are carry them to come get a man. Have man address him and I carry umbrella over him head. And Joe, you talk about money laundering. Enough of them no be a scammer there. Them go the way they to
Of course.
So you never know him coulda mixed up with the scammer you them and I get their money. But anyway, that's not why I called. Chin, here's why I'm calling. You see the brother that him can't help himself. Couple weeks ago, me hear the man call a woman germs. Them things that can't go on, brother. I hear a platform and nobody can tell you if you run your platform. But in all the years I've been listening, I've never heard anybody call and shout and insult people and call people out of their name. So that's all I'm going to say. Obviously, this character can't help himself.
We were just having...
listen to him call back and come trace me, put on him frack and come trace me too.
No, listen, Carter, before you go.
I'm part of that problem.
Before you go, right? We were just having a off-the-air conversation, right? And I got a number of WhatsApp messages that came in as well. And, here's the thing. Every time Arrogant and I might, kind of get into a word match, right? some people get upset with me. Arrogant just has his views and he wants to express his views and da, right? And my thing is the same thing that I just asked. Express your views. I'm welcome with your views. I would just like you to just be respectful of others while expressing your views. So it's kind of like a catch-22.
You can't be respectful.
It's a catch-22. When I hang up the phone or when I don't take his call, the audience gets upset. You understand what I'm saying, Drew? Yeah. Oh, you're silencing Arrogant, and Arrogant makes some good points. And then when you put Arrogant on, the audience says, boy, Chin, the man disrespectful, and I argue with everybody. I just don't know what to do.
Yo, like me say, I your platform, but yo, I years now listen to this thing, Then, yo, almost every day on Monday night, this guy, when you let him through, him yell me all hear the man cuss Clark on the thing. You know what I'm saying? Look, yeah, all views are accepted, but obviously, if a man can express some views without being insulting,
without being disrespectful,
first of all, me never hear nobody else a shout. Me never hear nobody else on the platform. Iron Vice both uninvites deep after everybody. Right? Yo, not tell me why about Iron Vice, not say, yo, the man Vice sound like thunder when him talk. See? And Iron Vice coming like when Iron Vice talking about the whisper, the way the man things steer. I never hear Iron Vice.
And still not yell. We're gonna sort it out, man. We figure it out. Cause the whole of we respect Arrogant. We just want him to be more respectful on the platform. But again, people, so much conversation. I don't want to get derailed from what we're talking about. But there's so much twists and turns and I don't even know what to call it. Suspicious activity.
Yeah, man.
When you start to connect these dots, it's like you don't even know. You don't even know what. It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
This is a mysterious. Listen, whether you believe in this super, what do you call it? Supernatural situation, or you don't, you gotta admit that this is kind of crazy.
It's definitely a situation you gotta collect some dots and play some mind games.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But I really, like one of the callers said today, like earlier, Jamaica is a reality show that you just can't.
You can't turn it off.
You can't turn it off. Like every week, in one day we've had an occult leader die in a car crash in a local dance head place in front of him.
And the head is smaller than the.
Call you live.
Caller, listen to your phone and turn off.
Call you live.
I try my very best not to call. But the Queen said me have to call. Because I want to ask this question. Iron Vice.
Yo.
The girls them first prize.
Yes,
Joe, the girl them honeydew.
Yes.
Chin, the girl them Jimbilin.
A long time I hear the Jimbilin.
Yeah, me I said, oh, I want to ask a question. It's rhetorical. You know sure say that brother you dead?
That's the next question.
What?
Yeah, them sure say him.
Listen, I am just reporting as it reports for now, but there are people saying that they feel like he might not be dead. I think he's actually dead. Just based on what I'm seeing now, until other things are presented that make me suspicious, I think he is dead. But I don't think he died of a natural situation. I think that it was a controlled situation, if you know what I mean.
Well, it's a neck broke before him going to the car or with him in the car.
Or, you know, and again, this is just me, people, there's no facts behind it, but maybe steering wheel, the tamper with or the car, the destined for just getting into an accident
brakes
somehow or
man
another.
Couldn't stop when him overtake, you know what I mean? Brake fluid run out.
Why they never transport him in a helicopter?
Think about, Jess. Hear this now,
What about
right?
a helicopter ride?
Here's the thing, no. There was a less traffic-filled way to get to where they were going.
A more efficient way, of course.
More efficient and faster way. But the long way was taken. Right?
And which way was that? True and true of it?
But Jesse, me don't want you to go nowhere. Here's what I want you to do. Because I'm just trying to help you guys connect the dots and it don't look like I connect all of them at the same time. I want you to listen to the parents of the police officer who died with the pastor, who is basically saying that the man never want to go work and the man did a move bomb in the morning.
Wow.
So Jesse, don't go anywhere. You hear what I just said to you? 718-554-8598, right? Strange things just continue to happen surrounding this man, right? Even the parents of the dead policeman speak of strange behavior days up until meeting the death. They say that he didn't want to go to work at all that day. How strange is that? Another coincidence, you say?
Constable Irons died in the motor vehicle crash. His mother-in-law, Aretha McLean, says Constable Irons suspected something was not evening. Tyrone Reed reports.
26-year-old police constable Orlando Irons was assigned to the Fugitive Apprehension Unit of the JCF. He was a member of the convoy tasked with transporting Pastor Kevin O. Smith to face the courts in relation to the harrowing scenes which unfolded at the Pathways International Ministry in St. James. Sometime before 10 this morning, the constable was killed in a 3-vehicle collision on the Linstead bypass in St. Catherine. His mother-in-law says he wasn't quite himself last evening.
Lando didn't know, you know. Trust me, Lando didn't know something was going to happen. Because from last night, his father called him and said, Lando is not Lando. Normally, Lando would have talked to him, and friend him not talk to him. Him would have talked to him father like jovial and run jokes and stuff like that. This man, when he texts her this morning, he said, boy, him not really feel in himself. Him not feel happy. Him just feel away. Last time work, him Africa. That was the last words. Trust me. Sad.
Constable Irons and members of the JCF team were in James when the police vehicle in which he was traveling was involved in a 3-vehicle collision. He's originally from Bamboo, St. Anne. He'd been a member of the JCF for the last 6 years. The constable was pronounced dead at the Spanish Town Hospital. His mother-in-law fondly called him Lando, as she described him as a jovial and loving man who respected those around him.
And the last word me remember saying to him, say, Orlando, take care of yourself, all the best. Trust me, I couldn't believe, but trust me, me tell you, me have 4 kids to myself. And you say, Orlando, believe you me, when me say jovial, friendly, loving, neat, clean, manageable, trust me, all the good things tell you about him. Trust me, I never ever hear that guy one day says as much as backside before my face. No, never.
The common law wife of Constable Irons was inconsolable when her news team visited the Spanish Town Hospital this morning. He leaves behind a 6-year-old son. His family will now have to explain the circumstances which claimed the life of his father.
You don't really understand. You ain't gonna cry, no, but you know what, you're young, you don't really understand. You're the only child, only child, trust me.
The family says they are now left with more questions than answers.
So, another twist in the whole thing. Another twist in the whole thing. The guy, the policeman who died, didn't want to go to work. Now, could he not have wanted to go to work because he knew that he was going to transport this policeman? Could he have not wanted to go to work because he was having a bad day? Could he have not wanted to go to work because he didn't want to be involved in whatever conspiracy was about to go down? You know, I'm just throwing things out there for us to think about, right? This is a thought-provoking show. Yush, Junior P just sent me two audios. Please put them in the computer for me. Junior P sent me an audio of an ex-policeman talking about the procedure in which was used to transport the pastor. So that may be some great audio for you guys as well. I'm telling you, we could talk about this for 5 hours. There's a lot of moving parts, and every part can give you an hour reasoning on just that part there alone. Big up to Uncle Jesse Gender. All right? Shouts to everybody locked in. This is, well, I'm going to know. Call you live.
Chen.
Yes.
Then you think you will make Saturday forward and you not have a part second. Remember said Jeffrey Epstein name came up, you know. I think Iron Boys bring it up, you know. Or him just mysteriously died in prison because they don't want him called no one name, called Donald Trump and Bill Clinton and all these people.
and Prince Andrew, the Queen's son at Buckingham Palace, were all mixed up in the child sex trade, little 12, 13-year-old girls at the island off the east of Miami. This is nothing new, brethren. All I say, Omar Gravis and this brother in a picture, and Portia, yeah, the man is above the law. And I'm not going on a conspiracy theory. You say if him dead, they want him dead. That's all I can say. Him not supposed to go on a court, go face no judge, and then go write no memoir. They must be shut him up.
True.
That's all me I say, brethren. And you think you sit up the head chin? Hold on. Rastafari just ready to unravel the evil where the Jamaican society been pushing against Rastafari, who been upholding and upholding that country for years. Hey, you know how them kill Leonardo Wilchin? They could go to that 5 seconds. 1981, them find him dead in the Sheraton Hotel, modern day Wyndham, gone back to Sheraton, in a hotel room with him tongue cut out and stuffed down him throat. And it's the same time Bob Marley dead. 2 gang under murderation. Find out who was the Prime Minister. And then you see how them been dealing with Rastafari. How Jacob Miller dead. How Peter Tosh dead. How we are talking about, brethren. Hey, Jamaica, go forward to the table, you know. And they talk to the regular Jamaican, and then we are listening to the show here in the tri-state. Rastafari been persecuted. And a one set of warriors them in Jamaica fight for the poor and the suffering. Aragon might have a different take because we know him as a Garveyite. Well, to each his own. It's where I say all Aragon to do is reason with a tone where it is palatable to the eardrum. My mother tell me that. I used to be loud and boisterous. And my mother says, son, why don't you make it sweet? That's when Satan hear it, he must swallow and digest it.
Jesse,
I'm say,
before you go, sorry to cut you. The people them ask for you to get a show, you know, brother. So I need the eye for coming Saturday, you know, make we do some more stronger reasoning here, sir.
Saturday, we're supposed to be part second of this.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. We need to talk. So let me take some more phone calls and then we talk.
All right, brother. See you on Saturday.
All right. 718-554-8598. Jesse always about the fire hot, you know. If he fire no warm at all. Hot. 718-554-8598 is that number in studio. So the parents now saying something was wrong. Right? Because there's a lot of information I gave you guys today. The parents, they must have something wrong, right? JDF captain involved in a something. Police involved in a something. We're seeing pictures with celebrities. You understand?
I think a lot of it is circumstantial, but it just adds to the puzzle.
It just adds to the puzzle. Some of it, of course, is not going to be, could be coincidental and blah, 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 but it adds to the puzzle. All right, here's something. Caller, please hold. Here's something that I wondered, right? Now, follow me on this, caller, please. 1 second. Just another thing to kind of get your minds, your thoughts jogging. When the police was supposed to go to this man's house after they arrested him, right? They went to the property and they said they couldn't get in, despite having a warrant. They couldn't get in because the gates were chained, right? Cool, no problem. People swallowed that. But then this house is the same house in which the eight tourists them escaped from by jumping over the wall. So if the tourists them could jump over the 4-foot wall to leave with 16 suitcases in the car, they said each one of them had 2 suitcases. So 8 people got out of the house and jumped over the wall. The same gate was chained, you know. They jumped over the wall, threw their 16 suitcases over the wall, and escaped and went to the police to report. So you're telling me that the officers who went there to raid his home or search his home couldn't have jumped over that same wall? They couldn't have cut the lock at the gate to let themselves in.
Maybe the wall was turned to 9 foot that
But
day.
I mean, under a warrant. So what I'm trying to say is that they kind of just, there is a kind of,
them hands off with
you
him,
know,
man.
you know what I mean? There's no urgency to really
With
pressure
him.
this man's situation.
Yes, kid gloves. It's kid gloves the whole way with him.
Come on now.
He was in the car without handcuffs.
As Jesse would have said, it couldn't be a Rasta camp with chain gate and a 4-foot wall and
Everybody
then
dead.
come over that.
They could have just drove the car through the gate.
Exactly. Call you live.
Yes, again, greetings.
Greetings.
Let me ask. You sure say FC is in?
Boy, when I bring me
That's
some
another
more
point.
conspiracy theories where I don't know nothing
All
about.
right. The same thing again. Tie up again.
Mm-hmm.
This deeper than only in a budget. Look into them things there. You know, see nobody at Epstein. They can't
But
have Epstein there.
let's reason though. Let's reason. Now that this man has been exposed, and we say that he has names and he knows things, would it be better for those who are trying to keep their identities hidden? Would it be better for him to be relocated, or would it be better for him to be dead?
Dead.
I think it would be better for him to be dead.
Dead.
So I'm thinking that he's dead.
No, sir, they relocate him, man.
But why would you
If that
relocate
affected
someone
them.
if he's exposed and you don't want the secret to come out?
It's much more than that, man. Trust me. You understand what I say? Yeah.
Because I saw somebody that looked just like him on that stretcher, and I saw that person's
All right.
head moving like it was the neck was broken. I saw it
Right.
with the video.
Yes. Clown can clown him too, man.
Okay.
Everything cloning.
You guys watching a lot of Mission Impossible.
Yo, y'all are adding to this thing, man. With these stories of cloning and yo, let's bring this back down to earth a little bit.
Right. I think that because of what the man was doing and what people think that the powers that people may say that he have, people are giving him now this supernatural aura. But let me bring you guys back to, the reality of this man. This man was a con man. This man was a thief, right? This man was taking advantage of people. I'm not even going to say poor people, because the money where him did a collect, poor people couldn't give him them money there.
Of course not.
Right? He was
I one
taking
of the big
advantage
people.
of
Yeah, man.
people, right? Several videos are now emerging of how he used milk and honey. Several images are now surfacing of how he milked the money from his members, including charging them fees when they attended church late.
Wait, what you say?
So you come late for class? Who will some taxation?
Whole a grand.
I mean, right? Basically, he was bullying them, the people in his congregation. Right? 718-554-8598. So I'm just basically giving you guys more information.
In one video on social media, he can be seen declaring himself to be a king and demanding monetary contributions from his church members.
Remember, when you walk pan, I'm a tide. And when you work and cut and reap, remember your 10 fingers, the decker, it means who you pay tribute to. I am your king as long as you pay tribute to me. So the day you stop pay tribute is the day you stop worship. And the day you stop worship, you can't live yourself. Let me give you the understanding. When you have a landlord and the landlord say you rent my place, as long as you pay your rent, you can stay in peace. The day you stop pay your rent, you have to come out of yourself. Me have to talk it so no get what me I say. So when people said I can't pay my tithes, which is the worship, God's law said you must, by the sweat of your brow, you must eat bread.
Shouldn't me have a tune for that,
Run, come call we. You run, come call me. But make sure whenever I done work, I can get my pay. Hey, hey. But you run, come call me. Make sure you can pay me.
But I run in business like a Dan brother.
The man I tell the people, them say, yo.
What you mean?
From the tide natural, no come out of yourself.
Jeez.
You want to tell me to them people they're not fool though?
Yo.
Yo.
And our rich people this.
Call it live.
Yo, Joe.
Yo.
New York Knicks. Hello?
Yes, I.
Yeah, New York Knicks. One thing because is Christian Jim Brown. Christian Jim Brown, that's it.
I said question Jim Brown.
Oh, question. Okay.
Call it live.
Yeah, and I just see a video where the people them up here, the late fee, them pay proudly and willingly to watch them how them forced to go up, they go drop the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you come at church late,
you have to pay a late fee.
You have to pay a late fee.
All right.
Can you if you reach at church early?
I gave up on that whole congregation when I saw him spitting on them.
He was spitting on them?
You never see that video there?
I didn't see that
the
one.
when him spit on
What? When them a come up to the front and them a spitting at the people in face and one of them must go like this and I say, "Wow, you don't want the spirit." And then spit right at them face.
He
Yo,
spit on them and said it's the
spit
spirit.
on them, brother.
Yo, them people want that, you know, man.
Oh, wow.
Them people wanted that. That you can't tell
Bro.
me, say.
You ain't see the spit video?
You cannot tell me, say. Them people never want that treatment, that shit.
So Junior P just sent me this. Ex-police talking about the protocol that is used when you're transporting what is it?
A fugitive.
A fugitive or whatever.
To our next parish, that prisoner goes under police escort and that prisoner is handcuffed in the vehicle. Nobody not tell me nothing. If the Minister of National Security come out and tell people say this normal, people for stone him. Even when them a carry prisoner go doctor, they handcuff them. It looked to me like this man in at the back of the vehicle in a handcuff and he grab the driver back way and at that send the vehicle a gully. I wrestle with the vehicle with the driver. He grab the driver back way. At that happen. Me said the entire senior rank in the police force of St. James to get kicked out of the force. Because no senior officer cannot authorize a transfer like this. Brother, I'm a transfer prisoner already, you know. If you ever do this in a rehearsal, then kick you out of the force. Me say people need to call for the resignation of all of the superintendent them in a St. James. Brother, no prisoner no get chance.
Call you live.
Yes, to respect, you know, yeah, the entire team. Rocco, the driver.
Bless up, Rocco.
Bless up, Rocco.
Yeah, I have a cousin up here now. She moved back to Jamaica. She I drive, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, so she got a friend of mine, maybe she live, you know. So her friend keep his ties to the church. So I just say, all right, she go on Sunday.
Continue on I-459 south, 29 miles.
Sorry about that, chief. But anyway, because you know, our mom's an older lady and she won't by herself. So she said she can't just stay too long, she won't go home. When she can't go, I tell man, tell her, you can't leave, you know. You can't leave. And she said, what? Let me get my phone and call the police so we can't leave. And that's what the man touched at the church and she should never go back there again. You got a church when you have to go home. The man says you can't leave. Security says the door locked, you can't leave.
Oh, so
that's a red flag.
It coming like when he locked the Americans in and said them can't
leave. I feel that.
Yeah man, like up people and people. Anyway, they will like come up here now. I hope so.
All right. 718-554-8598 is that number in studio. So you see the ex-policeman is also saying that it's not procedure.
You could see that it wasn't.
But this is the thing. It is being argued that he was cuffed, though. So I don't know, was he cuffed? Was he not cuffed?
That story will be the cover-up. That he was.
Who said that he was cuffed, though? Because I think that even this the police officer that we just hear from say he wasn't cuffed. And then originally the story come out that he wasn't cuffed, right, Jim? That's what I thought it was.
They were saying that he wasn't cuffed.
Right. So I didn't hear anybody who said he was cuffed.
C-Thug is telling me that he heard on Nationwide today that he was cuffed. He was cuffed.
Okay.
So see, there's a whole lot of misunderstanding about what's going on. He says an eyewitness on Nationwide said that he was cuffed.
Okay.
Well, brother, I just heard it on Nationwide today. Okay. Interesting. Call you live.
Yeah, China, Nationwide, they say it was covered. And that same interview where you play on Nationwide, they say it was covered and the fireman then pull off the cover after him.
Okay.
After them pull him out.
So he was
But when me answer right, when him come from foreign, right, and the police them bring him, it's 2 bike police they have in front of him, you know. So why they never do that when them bring him to Kingston? Like you remember, you see when the limousine come in and the 2 bike and the road have to clear and everything. Why they never do it at that time? That's not my problem. You understand?
There was no glory in this transportation.
Yeah, man. Him never. It wasn't a hype thing.
Yeah, then kill him, man. Then kill him.
718-554-8598. And that's why if I was to go with any conspiracy, that would be the conspiracy
This
that I
would
go
be
with.
the one.
I wouldn't go with the fact that he's still alive and they're setting him free someplace and blah, 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 blah. Nah. I would say that he's more valuable dead than alive.
Of course.
If it is that he has all of these secrets.
Dead man tell no tale.
And all of these important people were part of his congregation. No, my thing is this. How can you operate so long doing so much stuff and people have video proof of what you're doing? Because you saw him spitting on someone in a video, correct? Yep. Right? All of these things that we now know coming to
right, that are being released.
That are being released is all on video. That means other people saw them before us, but people weren't paying attention to him because it didn't mean anything. But now people are paying attention to it because they now realize that somebody got killed.
All of these things are coming to the surface. And one of the things that really make you understand too is it really show you how really connected he was. The fact that this man was operating almost with impunity in St. James and nobody never, you know what I mean? So the man do this, the man do that. You hear people complaining, but it never caught an attraction. So I think up until this time now, when the whole thing happened last week, that's what make everybody start saying, you know how long time we have talked about this? But before, them would attack and nobody wouldn't give them no.
Right.
Yeah.
And it also shows that he had such impunity that the regular officer them at St. James knows say, even when a complaint is being filed, like even when they went up there, them can't just lick off Film
Them can't kick down
and jump over Film Fest.
Right.
They got to answer to somebody.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So when they went there, come on, a 4-foot wall that a tourist went over, you
With a
couldn't
suitcase.
go over?
Police would have jumped that crazy.
Because they know if they violate him, they got to answer to somebody.
He has these people hypnotized. Here is some testimony from one of the cult members.
Good morning, Miss Reid. Good morning. Me alright. Me nothing wrong with me. Me alright. But not listen to everything you hear and believe, because sometimes people run with the wrong story and people say the wrong things and people accuse people wrongfully. But what I'm saying is that we have no answer for what take place. I was there part of what in the last part in the evening what happened. But all I know is I see mystery and I see God in action, what I witness. How can you sit down one place and one soldier and police, military, 100 gunshot go at you one time and not one shot touch the man of God?
You hear what she just said, though? Did you just hear what she said?
You that man, I tell you.
You hear what she said? She witnessed God in action.
100 gunshots.
No.
100 gunshots.
Somebody need to cut she a box, because before the 100 gunshot, she witnessed somebody get their throat slashed in that church.
Right.
So that wasn't what act was that then? Before the gunshot then?
Now,
how do you justify that?
Here's another thing that I wanted to say to you guys, and I'm running out of time. Big up to Gangster Pastor. He's up next. I know he's gonna feature this conversation as well, because it's a long conversation. The man who survived his attack, he was stabbed. Remember, there was a man that was stabbed.
Yeah.
Right? The gentleman said that he didn't know that he was stabbed.
Adrenaline.
Right? Not adrenaline, what he's accusing now. He's basically saying that he's now sure that what they did was put garlic on the knife. You know the old trick?
Okay, yeah, so he don't feel it.
In which Doc Beast used to talk about putting garlic on the knife. Old time people used to do that, because when you rub garlic on a knife and you cut somebody, them not even feel the cut on their skin. So he was saying that the only way he knew that he was cut, because he was supposed to get his throat slit too. He was also supposed to be sacrificed, right? I guess he put up some resistance or whatever. He ended up being stabbed. He said he felt some warm liquid running down his body, and that's how he knew that he was stabbed. But interestingly enough, he was so close to the woman who got her throat slit. He said that the woman's throat got slit and there was no word from the woman. There was no bawling out. There was no reaction, nothing, just the choking and the suffocation of when your throat gets slit. And he says that he now believes that the reason why there was no reaction from her is because she didn't even realize she got cut either.
And her vocal cords may have gotten cut
Right?
too,
There was
depending
no
on how them cut her
reaction. He
throat.
said that it was just like, it's almost like she just stood there like a zombie and let them cut her throat. But then he's now recalling that when him get stabbed, him never knows him get stabbed either. Call you live.
Yeah, greetings to everyone in studio. First of all, let me shout out to Gangsta Pastor. He has done a real good job since him come on the year, week after week,
Give thanks.
So, another piece to the puzzle. The police lady, Stephanie Lindsay or whatever, she said them take the cult man there to Linstead and the other police them send them to Spanish Town. Why is that? If the accident happened right there. So it's not like a bus load of people where them not have enough space. So you expect for them to transport them go to the same hospital. So if you check back out that you realize that she said them transfer the cult man to Linstead and the other police them carry them to Spanish Town. That don't add up.
That don't add up.
All right.
Okay. So many things not adding up in this one. Call you live.
Yeah, Chin, big up yourselves.
Big up.
And the crew. Yeah, Chin, but what me I say still, all right, Jamaica, you can use the Bible and lead on 95% of Jamaicans once you hold up the Bible there. You understand? All right. The youth in a St. Thomas, see? I see him kidnap 2 little youth, see? Them say guillotine for him. Anyway, them find him. You understand? No. I see them kill the wrong person. You understand? In that incident there. No. The pastor, forward to the pastor, you know. Oversee them a treat the pastor. Me not see no man I say, boy, guillotine for him head, you know. Like in the beginning. You understand? Them treat him. If you see how the police them deal with him you understand? More respectable. You understand? No, if the youth, them look at you at St. Thomas. I say what the youth do at St. Thomas, right, but he didn't kill. He didn't take no life. This pastor, him take life. You understand?
Mm-hmm. So you're saying that you would have respected if there was more pressure being put on the pastor?
Bridget, the whole of Jamaica should have said guillotine because you what not? It like kill 1 million person. You understand? What the difference between the man who, the pastor will kill 2 person and Hitler? What the difference is, Sachin?
Why? That one, yeah.
Life
is life. I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying that one, yeah. That one, yeah, gonna be a mystery for a good look a while.
Very long.
Unless somebody come confess, say, thank you so much, caller. Unless somebody come confess, say, me name such and such, and I have such and such rank, and this is exactly what took place.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We will never know what really took place.
Nah, man.
Right? Cult victim speaks out. A man who had survived the human sacrificing 2 Sundays ago is now telling his story. Right? He said that he was at home when his wife came running in while crying, saying, His Excellency said we must come to the church. No! The flood is coming. So again, the man is home with his wife, and his wife runs in crying and saying, His Excellency said we must come to the church. No, the flood is coming. The man is quoted by saying, me start run up and down like me a idiot. Me run, go get me pull over and put on my green pants. After that, she said, His Excellency said we must wear full white. So we got to the church late, and I was outside trying to put on my white shirt, and I hear him saying, I am God. Come in the ark. Come in the ark. So everybody run in. Everybody I run in him say, my wife and somebody run away and gone left me. Gone in our church.
I mean, them one I ark.
Right? So him outside I put on him white shirt.
Him no shame.
Right? Him outside I put on him white shirt because him want go in at the ark too.
Yo.
Right? But his wife
run left him.
Because the wife now make the
ark now miss. But she will left her husband.
144.
Right?
144.
Hey, if she had left that woman there.
She never want to be 45.
No, man.
So she running.
Left him there, man.
Right? He said that the pastor then instructed them to throw some food out of... The pastor then instructed them to throw out some food that was stored in the building. Right? Mm-hmm. Hence, the pictures of all the rubbish that was outside.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
So some food was being stored in the church. And the
church
pastor said, fling out that food there. Maybe he don't want the ark be too heavy when it has sailed. Right? He don't want too much weight.
An old food.
Right? Now the man is being quoted again and said, he then broke a bottle of wine and said, whoever is on the other side of the wine cannot enter into the kingdom this way. The only way we can enter in the kingdom is through blood.
Blood? That man, you know, him should have shame.
So this is the survivor who is telling you what was taking place inside the church. Crazy. He said after that attempt was made to slash his, his throat, but he ran. But later he realized the warm liquid that was running down his back and realized it was blood. But he didn't feel anything. So he believes that garlic was used on the blade of the knife. He ran outside, but realizing his wife and his child was still inside. So he made his way back inside bleeding. So at least him go back for him wife and pitney.
Him wife wouldn't go back for him.
Right? He said that it was after that, the lady's throat was slashed.
On the basis that her blood...
Here what I try to figure out.
Well, on the basis that her blood was not clean. I'm sorry for not...
But what may I say is, the church have 160 odd people.
Well,
they just tried to slash him throat and him get stabbed. Them see him run out of the church. Nobody else no leave. He comes back into the church to witness the other lady get her throat slashed. So all these people were sitting there watching man get stabbed.
Well, hold on there, Joe.
Bro.
We know say people did leave. Cause remember, him two-sided where him always roll with. Some people run and take fence, remember?
Some people jump over a gate.
Some people them take fence, you know. So them seeing it, some of them staying, but not everybody was with it.
He's saying that the lady didn't scream. Right? All I can remember hearing was was like blood was rushing down the windpipes. And I could hear her choking on her blood. But she didn't scream or anything. I think the reason for that was because the knife had garlic on it as well.
So she didn't feel it.
And
there's a report that the reason why her throat was slashed and the reason why I said her blood was unclean because she apparently had admitted to taking the vaccine. And he said the vaccine was the mark of the beast.
Wow.
Yeah. There was another...
And this is the same lady that...
It still goes on.
Mm-hmm.
I got 2 gunshots in my back and I got a stab wound in my back. And I'm still living. Give thanks. Could be worse.
Could be worse.
How much worse could it be, bro?
Well, in Picnic, them could I get this?
2 gunshot and a stab. And your wife proved when the ark was coming, said she left without you.
She left it. The wife not rate him. But all seriousness, the man they should have... come on, oh man.
I can't take none of this. You saying all seriousness? I cannot take any of this seriously.
The man, you make this man make your wife run up and down like this.
The day they went to church and we spitting at them face, none of them should have come back.
Come on, as a man, you don't know.
I was like, bro, they were there when the spitting gone and was still a member. When the message came to get ready to go, he might run up and down like madman.
He might put on green and the wife I tell him, no, I white if you wear.
Because tonight is the night.
Tonight the flood I come.
But would you not say that these people are greedy?
Greedy how?
Because they did this because they wanted to be on the ark.
I mean, that's survival. That's human beings.
Yeah, but remember, said them I left the whole of Jamaica right there for ground, you know. Them I left everybody else
because nobody else
dead.
because they never heed the message.
Them I left everybody else for drowned and dead, you know.
Well, I mean, it's the privileged few.
Them I left everybody for drowned and dead, and them I cut go in the ark, and them I go sit down there and do them. Hey, them people.
GP, would you say greed? I think it's greed.
Well, before I address the issue of greed, I was watching the tape earlier, and I realized that Drew was late and needed a late fee.
Oh.
Drew did reach.
Now you know I'm fresh out right now.
And we take debit.
We take debit, yeah, man.
We take
debit. We take debit, man.
No, I think greed is what draw them to the church. The promise of prosperity,
right,
is what draw them there. I think it is nonsense that kept them there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Iron Voice alluded to it, is that survival, or was it Drew? Somebody said it's survival. Because what happened is that they go there with this hope of prosperity, right, here on earth. But now this guy's painting a picture that the earth is about to end. And he's giving them some substantial things, you know. He's talking about cryptocurrencies and, no longer there's going to be need for cash,
right,
and all of these.
Different parts of the
Some of it makes sense.
The end time prophecy.
Okay, because there's truth. But you see, there are three parts to truth. Truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Right.
So I'm giving him some truth,
Give him some truth
and something else with the truth.
Left
out part of the truth, and then give them something else with the truth.
Yeah.
And say, here, what you said, the earthquake that we're going to Haiti, a man-made. And they're about to give one here.
But it's going to cause a flood.
It's going to cause a flood.
Right.
Because of his interpretation, rather, his misinterpretation.
But guess what? Me have the ark.
So here, why? So now there's hope. They're holding on for hope. Because the man have them, you know. Him not only wash out the brain in him, hang them by line, you know. And him have them now. So now they are just under his spell. And one of the things I did was I listened. Because I never know that brother here before. So I start listening to him and I say, how did it lead here?
Right.
The man have some hypnotizing music in the background him talking. You know? It's like some snake charmer music just playing in a constant melody, you know. And his tone of voice too. So that you would tell, I feel like him know psychology because he's very intelligent. The man know him, he looks like a madman, but I don't think he is.
Very calculated.
Yeah, he's a con man, but boy, I don't know. I'm sorry for them. And I'm afraid that now that he's gone, them are going to come with another theory.
No, but you know that there's another thing. I know we only got about 4 minutes left, but here's something else to think about for the weekend, and we can talk back on the weekend, right? These people who feel like he was pointing them in the right direction, what now happens to them? What happens to their psyche? Should Jamaica be looking for everyone who was part of that church,
it's like,
and helping them with some psychological...
It's like after a school shooting, you know, they need help. I mean, the fact that people are spitting in your face and you stand there, there's something psychologically
Especially
wrong.
the 44 people, the 144 that showed up for the ark.
Yeah, I mean,
they need extra help.
For them to show up alone shows that everything gone.
Right.
You understand?
Well, I think most of them, I think a lot of them, I can't say most, but I think quite a few of them wake up when them say, when couple people take fence and them something there.
You just played that lady that said, still don't believe what you see and what you hear.
She gone.
Yeah, man, our brain hang out.
She gone.
Let me finish playing that to end the show because it's very interesting.
All right.
Good morning, Miss Reed. Good morning. Me all right. Me nothing wrong with me. Me all right. But now listen to everything you hear and believe, because sometimes people run with the wrong story and people say the wrong things and people accuse people wrongfully. But what I'm saying is that we have no answer for what take place. I was there part of what in the last part in the evening what happened. But all I know is I see mystery and I see God in action, what I witness. How can you sit down one place and one soldier and police, military, 100 gunshot go at you one time and not one shot touch the man of God? That is mystery. That's all me have to say. What happened is it is not spiritual. It is a demonic attack from some maroon people when car come the Saturday night Me can't explain to you, but me talk to you. Listen to what you hear, but and everything you fi swallow and accept. But me alright still, me good. We get paper fi go a court fi breach a curfew act. We were taken to jail. We treated like a king and queen down there. Some of the guys them that was inside, and so His Excellency is still there. But just pray for him, so they may do Jesus and he may come out victorious. So we have to suffer with him and reign with him. Now so I go, Christ. Of course I'm good. I'm good because I'm alive and well and God is able to carry through. But you don't tell me or you can't answer for me or you cannot stand before God for me. So allow me to make my decision. Me thank you for concern, but maybe the concern you have is not a good concern and is not a good advice. So therefore, me no want you sorry for me. I mean, I want you tell me what you believe in or who you believe in or who you trust, because every man have to stand before God and give account for their own sin and their own judgment. So you can't be a judge, neither for me, for bishop, nor nobody. So therefore, work your own salvation out with fear and trembling and leave God people alone and mind your own business. That's all me have to say, because the Bible teach you and say, touch not the Lord anointed, doing profit no harm. And if you don't know and understand, you leave it alone, because you in this world, but you still don't understand the world you live in. So therefore, you need to go down pray and ask God to open your eyes and we soon see what take place. Miss Reed, me and your friend, but you can't tell me what to do with my life and how to live my life. And I said so Jesus, when you had 12 disciples, then betray him and then turn them back on him. You can't tell me to turn my back on my bishop, because him same one when deliver you from your bleeding, where you when come out there with the bleed like a cow and you they go to church too much here and he never deliver. And him deliver you, so you can't say that. So you can't tell me what to do with my life and who me to believe in, because you don't know what take place. Sorry. If this disappoint you, but I'm so sorry. Goodbye.